equipment until it cracked and looked like painted barf. I would have killed for Devi's height and proportions. It was not my lot in life. "Give me the Atari one," I said. She flung it at me, and I caught it midair to tug it over my head. "And I'll have you know, Devora, that the logo is the key to a successful t-shirt. It's the first thing new people see. Atari says, I'm fun and a little nerdy. Guinness says, you probably like hockey or at least pretend you do. My Little Pony says, I own at least one pair of glittery sneakers, which I do, and they're awesome. But if I wore them tonight, you'd kill me." "You're 17, serendipity," she said. Because my mother was the type of person that saddled a kid with a huge-ass name. At least it shortened to Sarah pretty easily. Glitter was out in 2nd grade. She pulled a Starbucks t-shirt from the pile and held it up to her chest. "What does this one say?" "That I prefer burnt coffee?" We shared a grin as I gathered up the t-shirts and threw them back into my dresser drawer. The moment I walked away from the bureau, Devi tisked and nudged me with her foot. "No yoga pants. White girl needs to be less cliche. Jeans." "But they're comfortable," I whined. "I'm embracing my mother's culture right now." "Yes, well, embrace whatever culture puts you in real pants. Those are pajamas." I rifled through the stacks of pants in the second drawer. I'm half Swedish, half Spanish, and by Devi's decree, culturally confused. My mother raised me. She's full Swede. From her, I inherited my porcelain complexion and an appreciation for atsapa, because it's delicious. My Spanish father isn't in the picture. He and my mother were married until I was 2, but he fell off the map when they divorced, and my grandmother's stories tell me I was better off without him. He was too free with his hands, she said, which made me grateful that all he left me was the last name Rodriguez, a mop of black curly hair, and eyes so dark you can't see the pupils. That's pretty much all I know about my Hispanic culture, beyond the fact that Spanish-speaking people often aren't interested in me once they figure out I can't speak the language. And white people treat me like Speedy Gonzales with boobs because, apparently, Mexican and Spanish are the same thing. I'm halfway in between. Too much and yet not enough at the same time. It's keen. I swapped yoga pants for jeans, hopping to pull the damn things up over my hips. I made a beeline for $2 flip-flops, but a pointed Devora groan, and I went for some sandals with rhinestones on the bands instead. "Lipstick," she said. "Or gloss at the very least. Pretend you care, please." "I care, just less than you do." I snatched a gloss from my vanity and even went so far as to mascara my lashes so Devi would leave me alone. "You're a fashion enforcer," I said, snagging my car keys and wallet from the table by the door. "If I don't follow the rules, you'll take out my kneecaps." Devi unfurled from the bed, her 6 feet of gorgeousness making me look like I was standing in a hole by comparison. "I'm your best bitch. What best bitch lets her bestie go to a party looking like they just crawled out of bed?" "An awesome one. Be more awesome, Devi." Half an hour later, I stood at the end of a long driveway beholding a 3-storied blue colonial with a billion glass windows and a perfectly manicured lawn. Michelle Levitz's father was a swanky city lawyer with a huge swanky house and an equally as swanky Jaguar in the 3-car garage. Michelle once said that her dad's name topped a partnership plaque on a skyscraper in the financial district of Boston. That meant he had bank, and he liked to travel to Bermuda with that bank. Thanks to his tropical wanderlust, Michelle had been left alone the last week of May to throw the biggest, most obnoxious party ever. 20 tents were set up near the tree line beyond the shed. Another 6 were being erected behind the pool.